Hey, Dan here, and welcome to my vlog in my garage. All right, I'm gonna open that box up. I'm gonna see if this is a continuation of the fuel pump replacement on the 08 Dodge Nitro. The pump that I got was the wrong one, but I made it work. So I got back with Detroit Axle, and they sent me another one in 3 days. So this is it. I'm gonna open it up. I don't have the Nitro right now because the daughter's driving it, but we're gonna see if it's the right one. I got 13 boxes everywhere. I'm not gonna send anything back. All right, so this is okay. So that's that. As we can see, you might be able to see that fuel pump there. That fuel pump there is the original one. And let's see what's in the box. The box that I got before is this one. It shows the same pump on it. Now let's see. But the pump I got out of it didn't look anything like that. So let's see what I got. Doo-doo! Oh. Got a little clip on. Okay, so don't look anything like that. Can't go any taller. It's not right. That is not right. That's the same as the one I got before. Oh, we're in mess again. I'm going to take a picture again. It's not right. There's no way that's going to stretch that high. These are all right. Got that? Got that? I don't know, dude. And as you can see, that's facing backwards. That's facing forwards. All right, we're in the mess again because that's got to sit on the bottom of the tank. Right now, I got the other one is in there, and it's sitting like 3 inches off the bottom. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to have to stop using them. All right. Stay tuned. Even pushing this thing all the way down, still you got 6 inches from the bottom, even if that was the case. I don't get it. Even with that sitting on the bottom as low as it'll go, that's still too low. Hey, Dan here, and welcome to my garage. Well, this is a continuation of getting the fuel pump replaced in an 07 Dodge Nitro, because the one I got from Detroit Axle twice was the wrong one. So I went through this other company, and I'm right here. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I aren't doing anything yet as far as the pump is concerned, but it should look like that. Should sit about the same height. The float should be facing forward. The plug should look like that, and then you have your outlet. So let's pop this one open and see if the one that I got from Detroit Axle is the same. All right, let's open her up. I should keep my knife open. Okay, let's see what we get in the box. I got a nice big O-ring. Ooh. Guess what? Well, there you go. I gotta call him again because I have not gotten that thing back. Alright, so here's a nice big O-ring. So, what do we think? Boys and girls?
To me by Weaho Parts.
I think it's pretty darn close to being the same thing, don't you? I gotta get back. Good old frickin' Detroit Axle and let them know you have the wrong pump in the box. So it should look like that, and there's no reason it shouldn't look like that. So there we go. I'll put the description of the company below, and if you're trying to get a pump for a Nitro or a Liberty second generation, this is what you should be getting. All right, the float needs to be installed just like so. And like I said, you have all your inners, and there's all your inners, the external. And it should sit that high, because what we got right now is we've got about 6 gallons in the bottom of that tank that aren't being used. And the float on it is facing the opposite direction. And it's maxing out, so can't even use the... So the fuel gauge is maxed out. Can't even be used. So, hey, Dana here, and welcome to my garage. Well, what you're looking at is the underside of the daughter's 07 Nitro. I got to drop the tank. I got to get it dropped here as fast as I can, because I got to put the new fuel pump in. But of course it's freaking 17 degrees out, and as you can see, you might be able to see out through the door, but still 17 degrees out, and Detroit Axle wants their damn pump back before they'll give me credit for it. They told me I didn't have to send it back, and I had to send the second one that they sent me to replace the one that I put in, because it's absolutely the wrong one. So they're only giving me a certain amount of time here to get the freaking pump back. They only give me 30 days. They only give you 30 days for return if it's the wrong one. Well, I already talked to somebody there, and they said, don't worry about it. You've already got it installed. And we're going to send you a second one. Well, guess what? But of course, it was the wrong one. So I called them back. I says, hey, this pump is absolutely the wrong one. He says, okay, we'll go ahead and send it back and we'll send you a refund. Well, I sent it back and it's been like 3 weeks and I ain't got a refund yet. So I called him back. I said, we're sorry, you got to get that other pump back to us. He said, well, we can't give you a refund unless you send that one back. So, well, you just lost my business, put it that way, and you're getting a review on my YouTube channel. So he says, well, go ahead and get it back as soon as you can. We might be able to get you a refund. Like, yeah, okay, great. So here I am, out of here as soon as I can. So, and you can... I'll pull the old one out and I'll do a comparison before I put the new one in. You'll see it's absolutely the wrong pump. And they're sending people the wrong pump for the Nitros and the second generation Liberties. And of course, I'll get you the description of the company that I got the right pump from. All right. I'll drop this a little ways down because you got to get back here. And some light in here. You've got to get your clips off of here. They're holding. I don't have to worry about that one. I got carried away. But you got to get that one. You got to get this one here. Holds on to that. And of course you got to get your clamp, which is a number 7, off of here. All right, so that loosens all your hoses up here. I'd say we just got to get our bolts loose, and they can drop down. All right. Oh, Jesus. Those clips killing me. Now I'm going to have to go to advance because I broke them. Broke a couple of them. All right, so after you get your 4 bolts out, 1, 2, you got 1, 2, 3, and then you got one right up there. And you should be able to drop it down. You got to curl them in a little bit because that's going to get caught on your swing arm down here. And that top one is going to get caught on your drive shaft.
Remember,
right,
each gallon of
keep in
gas
mind
weighs 6
that
pounds.
line right there is your pressure
so I've got
line.
6 gallons in there.
That's your return.
That's about 36 pounds.
So you pop those little clips there and go from there. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and get that out without having to drop this down. I think I got plenty of room, especially for that fuel pump. I'm just going to stand on a little stand here and break the ring loose, and we'll go from there. Should be pretty clean because I've only had it up here about a month. So, and that's why they want it back. It was I believe they said it was a month on the 2nd or something like that. So we're already the 15th or 16th, and they're screaming on getting the other one back. But they told me again that I didn't have to send it back because it was already installed. And they sent me a second one, and it was wrong. And I sent that back. After talking to whoever it was, no, don't worry about sending it back. You send that one back, we'll give you a refund. Well, here it is. I decided to call yesterday to find out what was going on, and sure enough, they want this one back. All right. So we get the ring off. I used a big chisel in my big maul, and I was able to spin it. You see, it was pretty clean up here because I just did this less than a month ago, and of course it's freaking salt everywhere. So I'm gonna try and pull this out and then get it in that bucket. All right, there she is. Pulled it out. I just drained it. And we're going to take this over here. And does that pump look like that pump? And them a-holes. I'm telling them they need to check their inventory on that particular part number for that vehicle and go in those boxes and make sure that they've got the right O-ring, or the right pump in there. So, doesn't even, it looks the same. And of course, it plugged in. I was able to have, she was able to run it. But we've got like 6 gallons in that tank right now that, you know, but there's the original one. And there's the one I'm putting back in. All right. You're going to have to install the float on this. So let's cut that. Okay, so that where it is right now, the tank is empty, and you can see with the other pump here that it's facing the wrong direction. So get this on. Looks like all we gotta do is slide it in here like so, and then it's gonna lock. Push it in. Maybe. Alright. Yep. Gonna lock in its little lock. And there we are. Cut that. Yeah, we should be able to get this right in.
I also paid $20 less for this pump.
You missed the O-ring, the freaking
Detroit
price.
axle pump.
I should have had this in the house. That's gonna be the booger of the whole scenario here. There we go. All right. Should go in there and get this warmed up. Put it in some hot water and get it nice and warmed up. Oh. All right, I've got the ring area all nice and cleaned up, and I put a little bit of multi-grease around the outside. I've been soaking the O-ring in hot water for about 30 minutes or so. Put it back in my pocket, and hopefully I can get this in here before it freezes down and give me a hard time getting that ring compressed. Here we go. Okay, I got all my rings started under their little lips. Let's get this in, hurry up. All right, one new fuel pump back in there. I was able to spin the seal ring all the way around. I get those locked in those divots, and you'll be good. All right, taking a break. I need to get those special little clips from Advanced. One's an okay up there. I got a couple little ones. So, and that's that. Thank God. Okay, we're back. It is a 19-degree weather right now. So, I got it at an angle. I have it in. I'm going to go ahead and get my hoses hooked up. I've got locking devices now. So, let's get these plugged in here. All right, here's our update. I just got to hook up the hoses. Vacuum hose up there. Squeeze that fuel line back in there. It's supposed to. I know it didn't want to come out first time around. So, all right, all 4 bolts are in. Hanging this thing here. We're good to go. And like I said, I thought there was a fuel filter in this system, an external fuel filter. And I all the way to the fuel rail, and there wasn't one. So when I was at Advance yesterday, I talked to them and they asked them what the fuel filter looked like on this. And he looked it up and there isn't one. It's somehow click attached to the two hands. Like I said, there isn't one. So that's that and that. All right, now I gotta do the rear one and tighten up on the filler tube. Alrighty, we're locked in up there. I locked in up there. That was good for that. I feel I'll loosen that up again. Get that filler tube in a little bit better. All right, there we are. One fuel tank installed. One fuel pump installed. And again, just because I had to get this done, because Detroit Axle wants their freaking fuel pump back. It's the wrong one that I already had installed. And the reason I had it installed is the fact that sometimes they send aftermarkets, even though it was that short. And unfortunately, I had an urgency. So this is absolutely the wrong pump. I don't know what it goes to. It just so happens to have the same outlet and the same plug. So I don't know. It may probably goes in another Chrysler or Dodge product, but it doesn't go in the Nitros and it doesn't go in the Jeep Liberties. All right, boys and girls, here we go. I turn the key, it should prime because there's about 6 gallons extra fuel in there. Also, we're going to see the fuel gauge. It's not going to go all the way to 3/4 and be stuck. It's actually going to stay where it needs to be. So here we go. Can you hear the pump? I hear the pump. And look at the gas gauge. We're at 1/4 of a tank. All right, let's see if she starts. There she goes. All right. Hopefully all the fuel. Let's get under here and see if we got any leaks. Oh, here I am concerned with. I ain't leaking either. I don't see any leaks. There we go. Alright. Alright. She is running. Thank God. And she's actually got an accurate gauge here. Oh, man. Now, if you followed me on that last evolution, she had a throttle. I'll turn this on. You'll see the throttle. So little sucker right there, that's your throttle indicator, which means it's stuck. It should go out while you're sitting here. There it is. Okay, we're good there. If it stays on, you ain't getting above 20 miles an hour. In fact, when you push down an accelerator pedal, your idle's not even going to climb. RPM's not going to climb. All right, so she's got 1/4 of a tank right now. That gauge is absolutely correct now. Let's see. What else do I need? All right. Starting right up. All right, we just did an oil change. Trip B. I need trip A. How did trip A only get 180? Oh, trip B. That's right. Trip B. I said trip B. Trip B is when I changed the oil. So she's already got 6,000 miles. Almost 6,400 miles. Let's reset that. I just did an oil change. All right. The system does have a oil check system. This sucker only gets 15 miles to a gallon average. That's crazy, isn't it? What's to say? 65 to empty now. So that's correct. That's good, but she still runs out of gas. Running. That's all I care about. Alright, thanks for watching. If you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, definitely share. And you'll catch me on more of Dana's Garage. And this was replacing the fuel pump again on this 07 Dodge Nitro because Detroit Axle sent me the wrong one. And not just once, but twice.
Thanks again to Weaho Parts for sending me the right one.